Our Alaskan adventure continues this week as we leave Valdez behind and head down the legendary McCarthy Road. Along the way, we'll try not to damage our rig, explore the historic Kennecott mining ghost town, and spend our first night tent camping near a glacier. We're glad you're coming along for the journey. Well, we stayed at Valdez RV Park for the last week. We're dumping tanks and we are going to be heading out this next trip. A little nervous, but pretty excited. A lot of new news coming.
Now I'm topping off, right?
Yeah. Once we hit McCarthy Road, we're completely off the grid. No gas stations, grocery stores, no second chances. So we're loading up the rig with everything we need before heading into the wilderness.
For iTunes, place your item in the bag.
Thanks. In typical Joslyn fashion, we're running way late. An unexpected trip to the hardware store, getting washer fluid, and then eventually we'll get back on the road. You can see lots of stuff. Again. And that's okay, because I don't mind seeing them again. Before we can tackle the famous 59-mile McCarthy Road, we've got another 35 miles to Chitina, the gateway into Wrangell-St. Elias National Park. All right, 94 miles to McCarthy. Now that's a view. And the road, dang. Cute little places to have a little lunch break. Whoa! Hey, this is a.
Get your camera on.
No, it's on. Well, that's one hell of an entrance to McCarthy Road. That was cool. A little surprising. I'm like, oh my gosh, what's going on? You need. Oh wow. Nothing.
Talking about?
Nothing.
What do I need to do?
You're good. You're doing great. Look at all the people up here.
Born wild in a world that wants to tame me. You can't catch me on the run, cause I'm gone, yeah. I blaze trails, set fire to what's behind me. No, I'm never looking back, I'm on the run. I could only ever be what I'm made to be. It feels good when I'm living on the edge. Watch me now.
Yeah, I guess we are those kind of people.
What's that?
We don't take credence into the do not recommend.
Don't give up and I won't back down. I'm a force of nature, can't be contained. I got lightning running all through my veins. Watch me now.
Wow.
Watch me now.
That is a pretty epic view.
I got to keep her rocking really good.
It's really hard to see, babe. You know, you can't.
I saw it.
You're judging things on a fraction of a second. So we hit one heck of a bump on this McCarthy Road. Ended up pulling over to make sure that the truck camper didn't go back too far. Crisis averted, but definitely gave us a little bit of a literal jump on the road.
Watch me now.
Yikes.
I'm here to stay. Where there's a will, there's a way. I'm here to stay. Watch me now.
Somebody's dream home.
Yep.
Had potential.
Got good bones.
Yeah. Doesn't look good. Whoa. Let's see if they're there.
Yeah, the only way she's gonna get out is to pull her sideways.
You're
And
right.
We'd have to block and tackle, and I don't know where to block and tackle her because she'd have to go back out the rear. Because I could have got underneath her and dug out her difference.
Right. If she hadn't found somebody, we would have helped.
I'm coming. I'm coming.
All right. So we made it through the McCarthy.
So we made it through another sporty road
Yes.
and unscathed.
Yeah.
One way. We still got to go back the other way.
Yes.
But we almost got took up by a van.
Yeah, that was a little.
Yeah,
that
some
was the
people are
most
really- some
unnerving
people
part.
are really stupid when they drive on close roads, but you know.
I don't know, but here's to making it.
Here's to making it.
Woohoo! And so today's plan is egg breakfast dinner.
We call it an egg breakfast.
Yeah, we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna celebrate your birthday tomorrow.
Yeah. Ooh.
See you later. Bye. I know I said goodbye, but is that the most picturesque outhouse you've seen? I'm thinking so. I think we found a really awesome camp spot. We'll show you more tomorrow, though. And this time, I'm really going. Bye. So I've totally forgotten that I was going to share with you this morning our amazing campsite. But we're on our way into McCarthy and eventually Kennecott. We are deciding to take our bikes in there because you cannot have any motor vehicles after you go across the bridge. So this seemed to be the best way since apparently the shuttle only goes until like 5 o'clock. So, and we tend to be late. Yep. Oh wait. Oh, I got my crotch on that one. It's a bad thing about these mountain bike seats is sometimes if you don't get them down, they can pretty smudge your crotch. This is also the day parking. Okay. We gotta look at the phone.
That's just because they got no phones in.
They had a pulley system where you could get across the river before the bridge was constructed. I'm not liking that idea, that's for sure. We're gonna walk across the bridge because it's better to sightsee, right? And it has nothing to do with the fact that I'm not really comfortable riding that small of an area. Not at all. Man, these views, whew. And yeah, you can see down. Oh, okay, I'm not doing that.
You drop something in there, you lost it forever.
Pretty much.
It's gone.
Dang, it is so intense. This is like a portal to another world over here. That is so low.
Right.
All right, let's go check it out. That was the actual tram that went across the river. I think I know the answer. Would you have gone on that?
Sure.
Yeah, you would. I would absolutely not. Wow. Very cool. It's weird to think that right beneath our tires are the original tracks of the Copper River and Northwestern Railway. This railway moved millions of dollars of copper ore until operations shut down almost overnight in 1938, turning Kennecott into an instant ghost town. I also like a little safety measure. You got a shovel right there.
See the tailing mounds.
Yeah. It's easy to mistake that dark field for leftover mill tailings. We certainly did. But it's actually pure glacial ice, hidden beneath a century of mountain debris.
Quite this lovely.
We made it to the top of the mill building. I definitely take some time to travel around that here to get some photos. Kind of a standard look to it, standard floors, and then they just continue to add onto it like a maze. So you'll see half floors, quarter floors. They wrapped a wire around the building, and so there's a turnbuckle and that would fit in and turn that turnbuckle tighter to tighten it against the mountain and to stop it from falling apart. It's pretty remarkable that this building is still here, and all of that as well. Yeah, so it's not as tight.
I couldn't imagine how loud this would have been.
And you can change the flow of the water by moving these little rivets here, these diamond-shaped structures. And it would flow across the table, and they would be vibrating as well. And so the denser material, the one that has more copper, it wouldn't be able to move very much.
We just got through with the tour of the mill, and we're walking through a bunch of these buildings, and this place does feel like a ghost town.
Definitely the tour is well worth it. So.
Yeah, that building is pretty cool.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing how much ingenuity it took to build that. Cool.
We're going on our first overnight camping trip. There's still snow out there. We're waiting for the shuttle right now. Yesterday we ended up taking the bikes in, which was so much fun. Definitely worth it. It does look like you're going downhill to Kennecott, but you're actually going uphill the whole 5 miles. So it's a great ride back down though. Doing some final checks before heading off on the trail. I'm a little nervous, but more excited than nervous to do this. Luckily, it's only a 5-mile hike. We both have ginormous packs, so I think that will be our limiting factor, is that we're just not used to carrying this amount of weight. Just have to see.
So, yep, we're on the Root Glacier trail.
Yeah, we forgot to mention that.
We're going to go see if we can find some ice cubes in the mountains.
So far, the biggest poo around looks like moose or elk. So that's about all we've seen so far. But I'm still on the poo alert.
She's got her scat memorized.
Pretty trail so far. I don't know what these purple flowers are, but they're everywhere and they're so pretty.
I think I found it now. What I've been looking for. Isn't it beautiful? It's got my head all up in the clouds.
Coming up to Jumbo Creek.
Everything I want might be a miracle. No, I never
Right. You can take a crap with an amazing view. Check that out. Be careful of the moose poop.
Yep.
Well, let's take you through our home for tonight. So we have our small but very functional tent. Getting in here, it'll be nice and cozy for Gary and me. For us older folks who need to get up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom, that works well. I don't have to trounce all over Gary. And no campsite would be complete without having moose poo. Gary was getting a little grumpy because this is all new. And it's hard to do new stuff. I'll give him credit. He addressed the problem, and I think we'll be okay now. I think it was more being nervous about not having a campsite set up. But now we do. Our little tent site. Oh, it's so cute. All right, let's go walk on the glacier.
Yeah, look at I don't get to be the pack mule. She does.
A lot of rocks that this glacier chomped on.
Kind of left their mess. I mean, come on. Glaciers should clean up after themselves.
Very sloppy.
Getting our micro spikes on. Yep.
All right. Whew, here we go. It was actually a little bit of an effort to get here, and we're just at the beginning phases.
Yeah, we had to walk the maze of marbles.
Yeah.
Now we're on the maze of the big dirty ice cube. So here we are on Root Glacier.
I think it's a lot safer in the summer because you can see where the crevasses are.
Wintertime.
They're all covered by snow.
It freezes and contracts, so it's pulling away from everything. So.
Oh, yeah. And if you look below, you can actually see the blue in the ice underneath. It's a little unnerving.
Here she goes. Staying at the top of the world.
This is so surreal being here. I've got a rubber ducky. It's disconcerting when you move and you can hear it.
Oh, I was ignoring it.
Whoa. Oh, that is just weird. That is just weird. Probably tastes a little dirty.
Tastes like minerals. Got some in my mustache later.
You know, we do have actual water in a bottle.
But it's really good. It does taste pretty good. A little gritty, but not bad.
Standing on the edge of a glacier.
Hey, like this crack here, the water's running through it. But it's nice and warm. Skinny dipping.
Oh, it'd be great to get in but you can't get out.
Yeah. Easy peasy. Choose your own adventure.
I think that's an excellent choice. We walked on the Root Glacier for the last several hours.
Yes, we
I
did.
think we did pretty well, like traversing crevasses. Boy, I sound fancy.
In other words, cracks in the ice.
All right, well, let's get off this hunk of ice.
Let's get off this big cube.
All right, back to the rock climb. Yay! Okay, yeah, I'm taking a picture break, but it's still freaking cool. Really freaking cool. You probably can't see me. There we go. Really cool. We're all set up for camp tonight. And we've got a beautiful view. That's the glacier right there. Gary found a piece of wood, so we've got ourselves a beautiful bench. You look so outdoorsy with your bear-proof sack. Show us some bear-proof swagger. Oh my gosh, I nearly dropped the camera. It's ridiculously far. Okay.
Those other people.
And now we're safe from the bears. Eating our dessert. Thanks for joining us on another Alaskan adventure. If you enjoyed the journey, we'd love it if you'd leave a like or a comment and subscribe to follow along. We're getting closer to our goal of 5,000 subscribers, and we'd love to have you with us. Until next time, leave every place you visit a little better, and we'll see you on the next trail.